If you have this quarter in your collection, do not spend it. Um, Sorry about that. I just always wanted to do that. This is a 1988, 1983 Philadelphia quarter. However, this is uncirculated. However, no special mint sets were made in 82 or 83. So, yeah, if you have the 1982 Philadelphia or Denver in uncirculated, yeah, 82 or 83 Philadelphia and Denver quarters in uncirculated format, don't spend them, please. They are actually worth some money. And you can actually get them, you know, you can actually get them for a reasonable price, but even though some sellers want $7 for some, yeah. But I do got a 1983 Denver, I believe it is, in circulated form though. But yeah, at least I have one. But yeah, so yeah, if you have this penny, do not. I mean this quarter, if you have it, do not spend it. Okay, it is highly sought after by coin collectors. So if you have this in your collection, don't spend it, especially if it's uncirculated, because that will decrease and ruin the value of it. If you have this nickel, don't spend it. Oh, sorry about that. This is the 1960 Denver Jefferson nickel, which is considered very hard to find. So yeah, if you find a Jefferson nickel, Denver nickel from 1960, you might be sitting on either a gold mine or you might be able to get a couple $100s for it. Yeah. In uncirculated form, this usually goes for at least around 85 to $115. So, yeah, don't spend this. So, yeah. And this is actually from a posting on an eBay ad. I might get it for my collection. Ding! And this is for the 2009 Philadelphia and Denver nickel. So, yeah. If you have both of these nickels, do not spend them because look at this. That's how many Philadelphia made, and that's how many Denver made. So they did not make that many. And usually they usually produce I think around 300 million I think sometimes a year. I believe it is, but yeah, due to that low of a mintage, these coins are considered hard to find, and collectors actually go after these coins because they really want them. So yeah, so if you have this one, don't spend it. Even though the coin is only 16 years old, yeah, don't spend it though, because you'll be stupid if you do. If you have this, if you have this penny, don't spend it. Uh, Sorry about that. This is a 1914 Denver wheat penny. The 1914 Denver wheat penny is considered very hard to find. Collectors are. This is actually one of the most sought after 1910s pennies. Yeah, you know what I fucking mean. But yeah, it is considered very hard to find, and people really go after these because, well, they're really hard to find. And if you want to try to get one, it's going to at least cost you either 60 to 85 bucks to get one. Yeah. And some people are selling them for thousands. Yeah, but they are very, very hard to find. So, yeah. If you have a Denver penny from 1914, don't spend it because you could probably get $300 to $500 for it. Yeah. If you have this nickel, don't spend it or get rid of it. Um, Hi, everybody. Again, sorry about that. Um, this is a 1996, a 1996 proof nickel from 1996. However, it is considered hard to find. Why? Well, I guess due to it being low mintage for some reason. I guess not many of these were made, I guess. So, yeah. But if you find a 1996 proof nickel, don't get rid of it or spend it. Well, from what I heard, you can't spend proof coins because stores don't accept them. Because unlike regular coins, proof coins are easier to damage. So, yeah. So yeah, they're kind of easier to damage because they have like a reflection, like a glass reflection. So yeah, they can also scratch easier. So if you do have a proof nickel from 1996, I hope you took good care of it because you can get a crap load of money for it. Mm-hmm. If you have this penny, don't get rid of it. Uh, Again, I'm sorry about that. But like I said, if you do have this penny, the 1953 proof penny, and also some other pennies from the 50s, I'll get into that probably in another video. But yeah, this 1953 proof penny is considered very hard to find. Now, if you want to, you can probably see the difference in how it looks gold compared to how the 1 cent on the back is. This is a wheat penny, but it's a it's a wheatback proof penny. So yeah, a 1953 one is considered hard to find. So yeah, if you find one, please don't get rid of it because you might be looking at a good $200. Because some people will buy them off of you lock, stock, and barrel if you have more than one, probably for like around, I would say $50 to $70 a piece at some points. Yeah, and some people would even pay 150 for them. So yeah, if you have this nickel in your change jar, don't spend it. Oh, sorry. This here, this beautiful nickel here, is a 1990 Jefferson nickel. However, it being a Philadelphia nickel, the Jefferson 1990 nickel is very hard to find, especially a Philadelphia from 1990. The Philadelphia nickel, for some reason, is kind of hard to find. So if you have one of these in your collection, or if you have one of these in your, your items or whatever you want to call it, don't spend it because this is actually worth some money. So yeah, don't spend them, alright? So yeah, like I said, this could probably catch you maybe a few bucks, on eBay. But however, if you have one in uncirculated form, which is kind of hard to find, you're probably looking at a good $50 to $60 in some cases. In some other instance, if it's pristine and beautiful looking, you're probably looking at around $100 to $115. Yeah.